Hi, welcome to Viewpoint. I'm Lillian Newman, the host, and along with my co-host, Susan Solomon, Executive Director of Drug Crisis in Our Backyard. Viewpoint's mission is to bring you resources about things that are going on in your community, in your home, and we do that by bringing you guests that are on the front lines so that you don't feel so alone. And our guest today is Jeannen Cunningham, Executive Director of Putnam County Youth Bureau. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. We're so happy to have you here.
So tell us about Putnam County Youth Bureau. What do you do?
So Putnam County Youth Bureau, we provide prevention programs for youth 0 to 21. We have many different programs that are available. We have our Teens and Kids Mentoring Program, where we pair up high school students in the Carmel, Mayapack, Putnam Valley, and Haldane School District with a student in 5th grade. So we always say everybody needs a mentor, and it's just a great opportunity for our elementary school age students to be paired up with a high school student that they could work one-on-one. You know, they just kind of come in. We have snack. I have 2 part-time staff that work with the program, and each day we are at a different site. And so we are Monday through Thursday at the different school districts.
So you're in the different schools.
Yes. So we go into today. Actually, Mondays we're in. Today's Tuesday. Sorry, Monday we're at the Fulmer Road Elementary School. Tuesday we're in the Putnam Valley Middle School. Wednesday we're at the George Fisher Middle School, and Thursday we're at Haldane.
Okay.
So you have part-timers who do this work
Yes.
with so they're high school seniors?
So I have 2 part-time staff
Yes.
that coordinate the entire program.
Okay.
So they work between about 25 hours a week.
Okay.
And then they coordinate, they do the shopping for the program, the snacks, the craft, that kind of thing. They coordinate what we're going to be doing, and then the kids come in and work with the high school students.
Is it homework help?
Homework help, yes.
interesting.
It gives the students an opportunity to get some homework help, socialization, work one-on-one. We do some group activities. So we are, so it's an exciting program that that we offer. We also
What
have.
is that one called? I know you have so many programs, Jeannen.
So that's
it's amazing.
The Teens and Kids Mentoring Program.
Okay. So the kids come, the high school kids come after their school ends, and they go over to either Fulmer Road while classes are still on?
So we, right as the school day ends at the elementary school.
Elementary schools, because they're later.
And the middle schools, right.
Right.
They either take a bus or they provide their own transportation, the high school students, in
Right.
order to get to where the younger students are.
And do you
That's great.
find that this relationship extends, because I guess it's the year when they're in 5th grade.
Right.
Does you find that it extends when they get into 6th grade? They have someone that they know in the high school?
Yes, so they have somebody they can look up to.
Okay.
You know, maybe they might
Great.
see them out at the store or at a football game or in the community somewhere. So it's just nice for them to have that older person that they can look up to and trust and tell them, just anything, just to build that relationship.
And what other programs? I know you have a lot.
Yes, so we have our Pegasus program. Pegasus is a program for children who have a parent or guardian with an alcohol or substance abuse problem. So we offer that program twice a year. It's 2 8-week sessions.
Okay.
Children come in at the age of 6 up to usually about 12. And we have a component where I have social workers who work with the students. They just, learn different things about, how to cope with what's going on at home. And then the caregiver as well is working with somebody, just getting resources in the community from another counselor, kind of just what can they do for themselves, and if there's any services out there that they need to be involved in. So the kids, the kids are pretty much the ones struggling because they're being raised by their grandparents. Maybe their parents are, incarcerated, and so they're struggling academically, socially, and so it just kind of gives them the opportunity to feel like they're not alone, that they're not the only kid in the community that is experiencing this, and gives them a nice outlook to talk about what's going on at home.
So now, in that program, Pegasus, are any of the kids living at home with the alcoholic parent?
Yes, they could be.
They
Yes.
could be. So it's all that chaos
Right.
in an alcoholic home.
Exactly.
And how many kids are in that group?
Usually we have about 12 students.
Okay.
12 kids that
How,
are there.
what's the age again?
So starting around age 6.
6 to
6 to maybe 12, which is
young.
a learning because, you know, for a 6-year-old to know what heroin is and to know more than they should at that age instead of just being out playing in the road and, you know, playing out on the road in the streets and the neighborhoods, you know, that kind of
You
thing.
probably grew up in the city.
We hang out in the street. That's right. We play in the road. We're from the Bronx. We play in the road. It's called the street.
Exactly.
Look how red you are. Look.
I run to the neighbor's yard.
That's
right?
it.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's true, though. We did play in the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
play in the
Here,
street.
you don't play in the
No,
street.
we're not doing that.
We don't even have sidewalks here.
Right.
So that's an excellent program. So that's an 8-week structured program.
Yes, right.
So every week there's a topic.
There's a different topic. They might learn, you know, anything from bullying, you know, the topic of bullying to, you know, just different coping skills. We bring in the sheriff's department and they come in with the canine dogs. So they'll do demonstrations for the kids, you know, which is nice. So it really each week is a different topic, and then usually we kind of try to end it with, you know, a nice little outing for them, you know, just something fun that they could do.
Do the kids continue with counseling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So this is not the only
Got it.
program that, you know, so they are receiving counseling
Got it.
or, you know, family counseling,
Right.
individual counseling, you know, depending on what their needs are, you know.
And you're not only prevention work though,
Right.
Putnam Youth Bureau. You have other kind of classes.
Right. So we also have our adventure camp. So we partner with Camp Hurlick, and twice a week in the summer for 4 weeks. So usually Tuesdays and Thursdays we're over at Camp Hurlick. We offer a free program to youth, you know, for an opportunity to attend a camp that they probably wouldn't be able to afford and wouldn't be able to attend. And it gives them, you know, twice a week to get out of the house, you know, get away from the phones and all the technology and the TV and computers, and just be out doing kid things. You know, they have a great facility over there, so we're swimming and hiking and boating and arts and
Where is that?
crafts. Right over in Patterson is
Oh,
Camp
okay.
Hurlick. And
It's private? It's a private camp?
yes.
Yeah, okay. So
so
this way, for 2 days a week,
we go and give the kids a camp opportunity. So
how many kids go?
usually we take 20 each week.
Okay.
So we have, you know, so on Tuesdays and Thursdays we're there from 9 to 3, 3:15 around.
Yeah.
And, you know, so, you know, we provide this free camp each week, you know, for 4 weeks, up to 4
nice.
weeks. So besides that, then we also partner with the Sheriff's Department for the Sheriff's Camp.
Oh.
And Sheriff's Camp, we receive 16 slots in Putnam County each year to send youth ages 9 to 12 to Sheriff's Camp, which is up in Keuka Lake. So
okay.
again, it gives them an opportunity to attend an overnight camp.
Is that how long is that?
For a whole week. So
okay.
2 sheriff's deputies take the youth up on a Sunday, and they come back on a Saturday.
nice.
Is that co-ed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So we're always looking for youth, boys and girls.
Right.
You know, 16 kids. We want to send them up for this free camp, and you know, just get some of them learn how to ride a bike or learn how to swim.
That's right.
You know, I know it's only a short week,
okay.
but they're learning how to do things that they're not, you know,
Normally
getting
That's
to.
right. Camp's a wonderful experience.
It's kind
Absolutely.
of funny because I worked in the Bronx, in the city, as a teacher, and when I think about this area, like this area is like the country.
That's right.
And kids would come from the Bronx to this area.
That's right.
But we're sending kids from this area to the
up north.
country.
That's right.
Up north.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
It's
Across
kind of
the country.
interesting because, so how do you identify the students that get to go, the kids that get to go?
So Sheriff's Camp is open to students, youth who are probably referred by a social worker or a sheriff's deputy in the
Got it.
school.
Okay.
So somebody that they know that really could benefit
Got
from
it.
this. They may have, you know, monetary issues or, you know, maybe just, you know that they would really benefit. Maybe they had just lost a parent or guardian. You know, and so it's a nice time just to give them a little respite, you know, to get them, you know, out of their house for a
Right.
week or get them to a camp twice a week just so that they, you know, have that opportunity.
Do you have the slots fill up quickly?
Depends. We just started our adventure camp. This was our second year running, so we were pretty booked for the 4 weeks. So it's definitely a need in our county, that people really are looking for day camp opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
So we hope that we keep expanding our different programs. We receive our funding through the county and through the New York State Office of Children and Family Services. So those are our two different funding streams that we receive funding from.
The camps in this area are so expensive, the day camps.
Yes.
The private camps. They're like even when my kids, and that we're going back many years, when they were young, it was a fortune to send them to camp for this, 4 weeks.
Right.
To keep them, because
Busy.
if you're working, you
Right.
got to keep them busy. They have to be busy.
Yes, absolutely.
But Sycamore has a pretty good camp.
And I used to work at Sycamore.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I was my first job out of college. I was a full-time aquatics director.
Oh, okay.
So I still go back and teach all the lifeguarding and CPR and first aid classes there.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, so I get their staff ready for the summer season.
Oh, great.
So how did you get involved with the Youth Bureau? Tell us a little bit about your background.
So I went to SUNY Delhi. I received my associate's degree there in recreation management. Had always been involved in the rec departments growing up in Clarkstown in Rockland County. So I was always a lifeguard and camp counselor, that kind of thing. So it kind of just fell in my, just came natural. And then I received my Bachelor's of Science degree in phys ed. So then I went on to receive my master's in school counseling. So kind of all, every day you're either counseling, you're doing recreation. So it's really, all those different degrees have really made it, made my job, so easy, and work, so it's been good to have those different backgrounds. Especially the counseling degree has been very helpful at the Youth Bureau because of the prevention programs and dealing with some children who, who really have had some issues at home.
So now, in what other programs do you have? I know you have more.
We have the Youth Court program.
Oh, yeah, that's
which
very
I think
interesting.
you're familiar with Youth Court
A little
bit, right?
Just a little.
So Youth Court, we have we just had their big graduation. So from September to December, youth in Putnam County are trained about the court system. So they learn about the role of the judge, the role of the different the attorneys, the bailiff. They learn about the roles. They will take a tour of the jail. They'll go sit with the Carmel court judges just to experience what it's like to be in a court. And then just recently, last week, they just had their graduation. So they completed their bar exam. They had a mock trial, and so they graduated last week. We just had our 30th year ceremony.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
which is
lot.
exciting.
Yes.
And so now the kids that were trained about youth court can be put on a court case in Putnam County. So if there is a youth in Putnam County arrested, a first-time offender under the age of 16, instead of family court sentencing them, instead of probation sentencing them to family court, they would sentence them to youth court. So it gives that youth a second chance.
Okay.
And so it could be a sentence could be maybe a letter of apology, a tour of the jail, so different things like that, community service. And so, so it's been around a long time, and
So then the kids who were trained, they're the ones that would give them the sentence or what recommendation
exactly
for the sentence.
So they would be the judge that would represent them in court.
Oh.
We are one of the only youth courts that actually use a youth as the judge.
Wow.
Sometimes
Wow.
they use a
Regular
real judge as that, but usually it's our seniors in high school that they've worked their way through the program,
right.
and now they're the judge.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's so.
So what type of offenses would a youth have to commit in order to get into that?